Hi, welcome back to Tenor Guitar Lessons with Mike Turnbull. This time I'm going to look at some minor chords and minor positions. Just sort of briefly, we're going to do two first, and I'll show you a different position where there is a shape that can be that's movable. But first of all, I'll do some first position minors. So we've looked at, if you looked at my earlier videos, we've done G, D, B minor and A majors in two positions. So we can do that with, or we can modify those to create the minors. So if you remember, D was D on the second fret, G string, open, that was your D. If we play the F note on the third fret on the top D string, you get the minor. So there's your major, there's your minor. Okay, so staying in the first position, we'll do G minor. So if we remember, G was here, second fret on the A string. If we flatten that, so first fret, straight away you've got your G minor. But you can also play the F on that third fret D string, which gives a nice chord, a nice G minor chord. Also, it means that if you're going to play the D minor, you can just shift one finger to get the D minor, G minor. And hold that F down. So in a basic sequence, a 3-chord sequence, we could play the D minor, G minor and A. And the A was here, which was the second frets on the G and D string. It's like a suspended kind of A. If we combine those together, we can play a nice little sequence, and it's a good way to be able to sort of change between two minors and then into the major. So we'll just do it. So you can see how that kind of works really well. So let's look at the second position, because I always think it's worth doing things in two positions, so you've got the option of changing the dynamics of a song or a session or whatever. So if we go to the 7th fret on the G string and play, we get an open D. We can also play the A note on the D string here, and still get that D. But then if we put our little finger on the 8th fret on the A string, now you've got D minor. But it's also movable. That's a movable shape. So you could play E minor. So D. So E would be 2 frets up from your D. So it's here. So you kind of got like an E minor there. And then you could also play B minor, A minor, which is here. So think about where the A chord was before, and then that shape, that A minor, that minor shape is there. So A minor, B minor, C minor, D minor, E minor, and then of course your G root, G octave is on the 12th. So if you put that position right there, you've got your G minor. So our sequence was D minor, G minor, and then A. So A, if you remember from one of the other videos, A can be played on the position here, which is the 9th and 11th on G and D strings, which gives a nice open, sweet A. So it's all kind of close together in a second position. So it would sound like this. So what I meant before about learning in two positions is really useful. Is what I'm just about to do, is mix the two together, and you'll kind of get why that I find it's really important to be able to play in at least two positions, so you can swap and change as to what's happening in a song, in a session, with other musicians or whatever. So we'll do that sequence, the D minor and G minor and A, and I'll mess around with it. So by going in between the positions, the same chords, and there's only 3 chords that I've played there, you can see how you can be quite dynamic and expressive in GDAD tuning on the tenor guitar. Remember, so you've only got 4 strings, but people will come up to you and say, I didn't realise that was a 4-string guitar. The sound you get is massive, and it's because of the tuning and the positions and the voicings of the chords. So I hope you got something out of that. Please consider the thumbs up, and please subscribe and share to anybody else who wants to play this kind of instrument and is struggling with what tuning to use. GDAD all day long is my recommendation. Thanks for watching. See you again. Bye.